Welcome back to another edition of Dagger Roast Your Roster. I'm here logged in on my alt for a very special roster review here. I'm going to be going into the guild and I'm going to be doing a roster review of Dyewalker. He's a buddy of mine, also Thunderwhack. So let's kind of go in here and look. He didn't really give me anything to go over, so I'm going to try to be nice because he's a really nice guy. He helps as much as he can, and he joined my private server as well. He's working on building Thunderwhack's Guild Discord server, so let's kind of go into his roster and check it out. Obviously, he does well in Arena. You could see he was top 20. I assume he can make it all the way to number 1. So we'll just kind of start by looking at his GA teams, Territory Wars teams. So we'll start with Bounty Hunters. Yeah. Good enough. Looks like he might be farming Django Fett. Maybe he only farmed it that far because of the Falcon. Gengar probably requires some more gear. Yeah, Django, Embo, both of them are good. Let's go to first order. Huh. Maybe it's the whole lot of them that just don't have first order. 61, okay. Yeah, you still want to gear up these 3. Fox. First order Stormtrooper. First order officer. Do it. Also, don't waste Zetas on Phasma, and then leave them at gear 8. If you're gonna waste a Zeta, at least bring the character to gear 12, or gear 10 or 11 where you can actually use it. Phasma's not even that awful as a garbage leader. You can put her. Technically, it's Gwendolyn Christie. You can put Gwendolyn Christie with the 2 TIE pilots and a random tank and someone else, and that's actually not an awful team. But again, gear up Fox, Faust, and Officer. Ewoks. I think he has C-3PO. Yeah, all looks good. Maybe Paplu to gear 11. How fast is Paplu? Alright, you probably want to get your Paplu over 200. He gets a 25% speed bonus. So, if you can get him over 200, that's 250. That's a reasonable speed for him, especially for what you're usually going to be taking him against. And it's not even that hard to, tack 4 more speed onto him. Obviously, the faster the better, but you don't necessarily need to put God mods on your Ewoks. Right, let's just... Yeah, he is C-3PO. Yeah. Lots of gear 7s and gear 8s here, buddy. Phone keeps going off at me. We have Heroic Sith going on soon on my main. And I'm being tagged because people hate me. Okay, work on Range Trooper, buddy. That's a good one. Your Empire looks a bit shallow. Short Trooper needs gear. Snow Trooper needs gear. Yeah. At least you have the Zeta and Veers, although it's kind of a useless Zeta when the rest of the team is gear 9 or 10. Although I suppose if the only thing you're using them for is territory wars or territory battles and the IPD event, that's probably fine. But there's probably little chance your troopers actually beat the Veers event in Tier 6 or Phase 6. So, again, you want... At this point, the Imperial Troopers are now a 6-man team. You need Zeers, Stark, Death, Shore, Snow, and Range Trooper. And I'd even argue it's almost a 7-man team with Stormtrooper. Because you need to be able to interchange those characters now for GA. Yeah, we'll just kind of look at them, and we'll kind of show you them more condensed. But yeah, Range Trooper is good. A lot of the time, I put Death Trooper and Short Trooper with like Tarkin in like 3v3, or I'll put them with EP Vader and another Empire person. Because Short Trooper having the AoE that like reduces its cooldown alongside Zeers and Stark is like the glue, the 3-man glue. And then you need a tank and a support slash damage dealer slash just. So like Range Trooper just fills so many roles for the team. You can kind of sub in, but yeah, you need Short Trooper geared up and Stark geared up for sure. Work on Range Trooper in your downtime. We'll skip Jedi because he's using it in Arena. Night Sisters. This is. I feel like if I keep reviewing Thunderwax Guild, I'm going to keep seeing this. What the heck, buddy? At least push your zombie to gear 10. Like, you can't even use the Undying Sacrifice. Like, not only is your zombie, like, gear 8, it's more than useless. Like, at least if your zombie was gear 10, it's like, I have air quotes here, it's useful or playable. Like, you can't even use it. Just, alright, we're just going to move on. Old Republic. Yeah, we talk about this. He's definitely getting Darth Revan, as you can see here. Yeah, there's no real issues with this. Outside of, again, why the hell is Bad still at gear 8? She's not even a hard gear either. Like, she requires 2 stun guns to get to gear 11. Like, come on, buddy. Be better than this. Like, when we get down to your Sith, and I look at, like, your 6 or 7 star Traya, you probably have a 6 star Traya. And I look at your, like, 6 star Traya, and, like, you probably have Zetas on your other Sith, and it's like, come on, dude. Phoenix Rebels, not really relevant right now. Let's see if you can pass the Smuggler's Run. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So you got Nest to 6 stars, which is really all you need for the PvE content outside of raids. Although I don't think Nest has a ton of raid viability outside of P3 and Heroic Sith. How do you have her modded? Health and Tenacity. Health isn't the worst. 74 speed. Well, health was actually pretty low. Do you get this protection mod off her? Seriously. Why are you modding her with protection mods? Okay. So the bonus protection is different than protection up. So protection up is based on your max protection, but bonus protection, and there's only 2 characters that use that currently, it's Enfys Nest and Darth Traya, it's based on your max health pool. Yes, I know. It makes perfect sense, right? Working as intended. So you need to put health mods here. Well, I would recommend this being an offense mod, and I would recommend this should 100% be a health mod. Tenacity's not bad, though. 85% is not the worst. You probably want to try and push her a bit higher if you can. Crit damage is fine, although she does stack crit damage on her Zeta, which you have. So you have the Zeta, and the Zeta part is that she stacks critical damage. So I'm not saying that the crit damage is incorrect, but she stacks crit chance and crit damage, so you could really just make this an offense triangle, or health triangle, if you wanted her bonus protection to be more survivability. There's several different ways to mod her, but it's 100% not with 2 protection primaries. Yeah, Childish Landino's gear 10, L3's gear 12. You probably use the ship if you participate in ships. Good, Vander Chewbacca's gear 12, Zetaed. Yeah, if you have the whole stall out team, there's no real reason not to push Kira to gear 12, unless you don't want to spend the 73 stun guns to get her there. Another wasted Zeta. Raging Wookiee. Come on. Alright. Maybe it's not it depends on like what if you're missing Zetas, but like if you're not missing Zetas, then like sure, Raging Wookiee's reasonable, but like as we keep going, I'm gonna try and see if you've been like see where the rest of your Zetas are. So we're gonna go back up here. We're gonna look at Rogue One. You're a territory battles officer with 4.3 million GP. Trying very hard not to like scream at you. You don't even have bays at 7 stars. Like you have Jin randomly at gear 10, and the rest is just like gear 9, gear 8. Your POW isn't even like good enough for heroic Sith to P3, unless you like stacked him with like health mods. Crit damage. Like even if you use them in P3, you'd want offense mods with like health and protection primaries or offense primaries in places and secondaries, so he would not die at gear 8. Putting a mega on him. And you're putting a mega on him, which I guess isn't the worst. Sith. See, where the hell? Come on, dude. Your roster's making my brain hurt. For 4.3 million? And those Raging Wookiee has a Zeta. But Lord of Pain does not. Alright, well, let's kind of just check out the mods here, because you probably use these guys in GA. Congratulations on winning your first GA, by the way. I'm now seeing why you haven't been winning them. 79 is not the worst. 83. How do you have Treya modded? Tenacity and offense? That's not the worst, especially if you're using her on offense. 63 speed. That's actually not bad offense. Almost 5,800. You want to try and get your Sith Trooper up. I'm not a fan of the... Yeah, you want to get your Trooper and your Bastila geared up. Trooper's a pain in the ass to gear, but Bastila Fallen is pretty easy. Resistance, probably fine. Yeah, you got the P1 team. Gear 12. Finn. Poe. Yeah, again, and I'll say this in all of these until they figure out the Finn nerf. But hashtag Finn did nothing wrong. But if they insist on fixing his Zeta, I would speculatively start starring up Emlyn Haldo, because you're going to need a 5-man team with him. So you're going to want Finn, Poe, Resistance Trooper, Resistance Pilot, and Emlyn Haldo. That's going to be the 5 you're going to want with that team, because JTR pairs up with BB-8, R2-D2, and Scav Ray. And then, somebody else. I think we kind of hit on the major ones. I guess we can just look at Phoenix. Yeah. So, one thing to also pay attention to is with Hera, you want to pay attention to the uniques. Right? So, the 70% counter chance and 25% health recovery when you suffer a debuff adds a ton to the survivability of this team. Like, Ezra and Sabine are really the only interchangeable pieces on the team if you're going to run it, like on offense or defense somewhere. So, again, bust out your stun guns and furnaces, boys. We need to gear up Kanan. Especially if you're just going to leave him on the back burner. Like, having a Gear 12 Hera and a Gear 8 Kanan, like, your team is still just not functional. Now, let's see if your Night Sisters... Well, never mind. I'll just see what they're modded for. But they're not modded for anything because your zombie sucks. Yeah, so we'll just kind of clean up with Jedi and then look at your arena mods. So, again, why? Gear 8 with a Zeta? If you're gonna Zeta a character, push them to at least Gear 10. Because if they're a leader, Gear 10 will give them enough survivability to not just be a paperweight. I mean, obviously, you want to push your characters to Gear 12. But, like, not every character can be Gear 12. Unless you're Shiriwook. So, yeah. Second Zeta on Hermit Yoda. Sad face. Yeah. Your Jedi aren't bad. You have the good ones leveled and some of the bad ones. But Ayla's good. Again, you're a territory battles officer. You should have a 7-star Ayla Secura. Platoons are stupid and make me angry. But you should have Ayla Secura. On that note, we're going to go look at Lobot. He's a rebel. I thought he was a droid rebel. Do you not have him unlocked? Lobot. I can't search, can I? Alright. Lobot. Come on, dude. You have the Territory Battles Officer. You got to do this stuff. Alright, let's look at his ships. They're probably fine. 7-star yep. Again, you can see the ships I'm working on here, because this game is kind of silly. And when you go into ships, it shows what I'm currently working on my alt here. You can see the ships I'm farming. Although it looks like he's farming the bounty hunter ships as well. Yeah, it looks like he has most of the ships. Possibly work on the Geonosians as an extra fleet. Looks like they're all 7 stars on both halves. Okay, so you have all the fleet commanders too, so that's good. Yeah, my alt doesn't have either of these Falcons unlocked, by the way. Well, Ray's Falcon's garbage, so I'm not worried about that. But hopefully I get Han's Millennium Falcon on my alt the next time around. So no real complaints with his ships. He's getting... he can probably climb higher. Does his Bosk have... I don't remember if his Bosk has his full gear 12. I don't believe it was. Nope. You want to put this last gear 12 piece on him, and you want to consider the second Zeta. That's going to be important for the survivability of his ship. We're going to go look at your arena mods now. Offense and crit chance. 283. And it's not great. See, I wish I was on swgoh.gg right now, because I could actually look at his best speed set. GK. What? Did you think this was a tenacity mod? Decent health and protection pool. I prefer mine with a bit more speed, but slow GKs are still fine. He has the auto taunt, so if they cleanse it, he just gets it back. I like mine a little faster because there's a ton of buff immunity running around with the CLS teams. Not that they're popular, because Revan just did 90% of the frickin' meta. Bastila, how fast is your Bastila? How tanky is your Bastila? Offense set? I'd get that offense set off there. Get a speed set on her. 101, not bad. Health and protection. Her attack is good. Yeah, that's pretty good. You just don't really need the offense set on her. She's not a damage dealer. Like, your damage dealer is, not this guy. It's the other. It's the last guy I'm going to look at. Good. All 60 health mods. Health. Tenacity's fine. Make this a health mod. Speed's fine. Health pool 44k. Good, good. If you make this a diamond, a health mod, there's a pretty decent shot you could get this close, that actual health pool close to 50k, which is really good. Your team looks a bit slow. Not that there's anything wrong with being a bit slow. What the hell's going on with you? Jeez. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. We need to have a talk. We need to have a talk. Oh. I'm like on the verge of, like, I don't want to say crying, but oh, buddy. Well, at least you have a health set for a bonus. Oh man, I I uh I don't know what to say to that. I guess what I have to say is Revan's dumb, and you can climb to 20 with these mods, maybe even number one. And you have a Sith Smiter tag with no Night Sisters. That's pretty impressive. Yeah, no Night Sisters. Your checks team is not particularly good. You're, yeah, taking down that Sith Smiter with a P1 team and Revan, that's pretty good. Although I suppose if you bought Revan the first time, or yeah, I'm just gonna say if you bought Revan the first time, the Sith Smiter tag was not super difficult last fall with just a good JTR team and a good Revan team. I mean, I hope your mods were better back then. Well, I hope it wasn't too harsh on you, buddy. But you got a lot to work on. If you have questions, just feel free to hit me up on Discord. I'd be happy to kind of walk you through the stuff I said you should work on. But man, there's a laundry list. Well, good luck, buddy.